Hey, freedom seekers, let's talk. I want to take a moment to explore this question of what do you do when there's so much to do? After all, our world in many ways are on fire. When we look around us, every day there's just one tragedy after another. There's need after need after need. There's challenge after challenge after challenge. In many ways, the world as we've known it is being deconstructed in this moment. And many of us, change agents, activists, faith leaders, community leaders, we find ourselves wondering where to invest our time. Just last night, I was talking with a housing activist who was asking the same question, who in many ways was feeling a little guilty about where he's spending his time and feeling guilty about not showing up to all of the things, right? Because every day we get invitations to come to this call, this urgent clergy call here, this meeting over there, this need over there, right? This injustice we need to respond to everywhere, all the time. And the reality is, we can't be in all those places at once. To some extent, we have to choose. Where do we spend our time? And so, there's three things I want to offer to you to help you if you find yourself asking, what do I do when there's so much to do? And so, the first thing, friends, is to go deep where you are. Whatever it is that has your heart, right? Wherever it is that you feel most compelled to take action there. We don't need more frantic activists who's shallow in all of their work because they're being pulled into too many places. And so they really don't do anything well. What we need are rooted, wise warriors who are able to go deep, right? And to stay the course in a place to move the needle forward. And friends, we just have to trust that if I feel called to go deep in the housing justice space, that someone else is taking care of education. If I feel called to go deep with creating networks of mutual aid, someone else is taking care of voter rights. If I feel called to go deep in immigration justice, someone else is thinking about mass incarceration and food security, right? We have to trust that others are being called to go deep in their spaces. And then, friends, the second thing I want to invite us to do is in those spaces where we feel most compelled to act and go deep, to focus on building power and organizing. The reality is, friends, we got to where we are today in large part because we have been out organized by those who are seeking to make our world worse, those who are seeking to grow their power for dominance and greed, right, are out organizing those of us who are trying to galvanize power for justice and love. We are being out organized on nearly every front, from the organizing around the school boards and what's happening in our classrooms, to organizing around policing, to organizing around housing. We are being out organized. And so, friends, we have to focus on building power. This means we have to talk to the people around us. We have to connect with our friends, our neighbors, our family, and we have to bring them into this movement with us. We won't do this with just the few of us who are activists. We have to bring the larger community into the fight. So we have to sit with folks. We have to hear what they care most about. And we have to activate them and politicize them to this current moment and help them to see that they must take action in order to create the world that they want for themselves and their families. We have to organize the people and build power. And then third, friends, I want to invite you to be local. The reality is that power is built locally. For those of us who are not billionaires and millionaires and therefore cannot just buy our way into power, our power is gained relationally. That's why community organizing is a critical component of advancing social justice, because power is built through relationship. Power is built local. It's activated and mobilized often at the state and national levels, but it's not built at those levels. It's just leveraged at those levels. And so we have to be local. We can't only be thinking about what's happening on the national landscape and trying to be on the national calls. We have to show up in the local community right here, wherever here is for you. And so, friends, if you find yourself asking that question, what do I do at a time when there's so much to do? My invitation for you is to go deep in the space that you feel most compelled to act and focus there. Focus most of your attention there. Build power and organize your community. And to show up locally where power is built in those relationships, where you have the biggest influence and impact on your community. Until next time, freedom seekers.